And the Oscar goes to...
So, we've just had the Oscars and everyone got annoyed with everyone else saying how bad the Oscars have become, with Sean Penn even choosing an active war zone to avoid going.
Sean Penn couldn't be here this evening, or didn't want to.
Well, let me offer a counter-narrative to all you cynics. The Oscars haven't become a self-indulgent snooze fest for undeserving winners. They've always been like that. And in that spirit, I present for your approval my top 8 awful Oscar award winners, starting with... Now, Driving Miss Daisy isn't a bad film, perfectly harmless and all that. The problem is what it beat. Dead Poets Society, My Left Foot, Born on the 4th of July, and even Field of Dreams. Driving Miss Daisy is inferior to every other film nominated in the category that year. Worse still, Driving Miss Daisy is also inferior to Do the Right Thing, which came out in the same year. Now, forget the fact that Do the Right Thing says more about race relations, blah blah blah. It's just a better film all round, and it didn't even get a nomination. So, shame on you, Miss Daisy. Next time, you'll have to take the bus, just like everyone else. And if you think that's going back in Oscar history, let's dive even earlier to... Now, I'm a big John Ford fan, director of How Green Was My Valley, but this isn't his best film, or even a top 3 Ford movie. Bugger it, it would barely scrape into his top 10 films. Meanwhile, it's up against, well, probably one of the greatest films ever made, and How Green Was My Valley wins. Now, there was a well-engineered smear campaign run against Citizen Kane by business tycoon Elon Musk. Media mogul Rupert Murdoch. Media mogul William Randolph Hearst, who saw Citizen Kane as a personal attack on him, which it was. Worse still were the rumours that Rosebud, the secret the journalists are trying to find out in the movie, was a private word that Hearst used to describe his partner's private bits. Well, true or not, the sad truth is a middling film beat one of the most obviously great films ever made, so nice one, Oscar. And while we're in the 40s, can I have another grumble at Best Actor, please? Well done, Frederick March. A perfectly respectable film, William Wyler's Best Years of Our Lives, about men returning from war, and a perfectly respectable performance from Frederick March. That's, if you like, square-jawed, slightly wooden 40s acting.
Hey, Fred, why don't we drop you first?
But, well, once again, look at what you're up against, Freddie. 2 of the greatest performances in screen history, and running the full range of acting as well. For the highbrow, we have Sir Laurence Olivier in Henry V.
Once more, onto the breach!
And for the lower brow, Jimmy Stewart in It's Wonderful Life.
If you're up there and you can hear me, show me the way.
Seriously, 2 of the greatest performances in cinema history. I hate to say it, but Frederick March isn't the best actor in the category, and he's not even the best actor in his own film. Co-star Dana Andrews has the same screen time as Frederick March, and I'm afraid I think it's actually the better performance. So, WTF 1947 Oscars. Staying on Best Actor, next up for a Raspberry Award comes... another shocker. Harry and Toto is a film that's aged badly, and I'm sorry, so has Art Carney's performance. Worse still, did you see who he beat to the accolade? In ascending order, we have Albert Finney in Murder on the Orient Express. Better. Dustin Hoffman in Lenny. Much better. Jack Nicholson in Chinatown. Much, much better. And Al Pacino in Godfather Part 2. Much, much, much better. Okay, enough muchers and enough males. How about a female shocker? Helen Hunt for As Good As It Gets is not as good as it gets. Even the dog beats her onto the film poster. As Good As It Gets was a sweet film, sure, but was this an anti-British vote? The other contenders were Julie Christie, Brit, Helen Bonham Carter, Brit, Kate Winslet, Brit, and worst of all, or should that be best of all, Judi Dench, who is brilliant in Mrs. Brown, and also British. But give the award to the lone American TV actress Helen Hunt. Fine, I'm not complaining, stiff upper lip and all, moving on quickly. I remember seeing this movie when it came out and crying a lot. My parents had recently divorced, so great for that. But I've just rewatched the film and it's not bad, but not great. I repeat, not great. The fact that it beat all that jazz and Apocalypse Now, two stone cold masterpieces, is, frankly, Apocalypse level bad decision making. And while we're on the subject of mediocre films beating far better fare, check out... God, I mean, The English Patient really is overwrought and a bit pretentious, and least forgivably dull.
I liked The English Patient. Very confusing and far-fetched and very, very boring.
Look, it's not a terrible film. There's a bit of art in there, so fair enough it beat Jerry Maguire, but not the other three films in the category that year. Secrets and Lies, Shine, and Fargo. All of them much better movies. So, the 90s Oscars were stupid, just like the 40s and just like today. I mean, I haven't even discussed 1991, where Dances with Costner beats Goodfellas. But let's leave the Oscars griping with one final Best Actor grumble. Okay, at least this is a good performance, but there's plenty else good about The Pianist, and you can't help feeling that it's the subject matter that really wins the Oscar for Brody. My problem, as with all the awards I've been discussing, is who Brody beat. Jack Nicholson, who is brilliant in About Schmidt, Nicolas Cage, who is probably even more brilliant, playing two different roles in adaptation, and Daniel Day-Lewis, who is even more brilliant in Gangs of New York.
And my challenge!
Shocking stuff, the Academy. Okay, that's my tuppence. If I've missed any obvious ones, do let me know, and everyone else, in the comments section. That's me out.